Jay, I've got to say, I don't think I've ever been so happy to have 100 people eavesdropping on one of my conversations before. Jay, so of course there is a time in my life when I dressed a certain way that I look back on and I'm like, what was I thinking? I refer to this character as Freshman Ben. This was freshman year of college for me, when I would always wear a flat brim hat, some type of skating clothing and skating shoes. I had my ears pierced. Now what made it so embarrassing is at the time I was still running my retail store, which was an aquarium store that I was the manager of, and I would go to work dressed like this. And so I had to imagine what customers thought when they were coming in and seeing this 19-year-old kid with a backwards hat on and ears pierced, skating shoes, trying to talk them into spending a couple $1,000s on an aquarium. I don't even think that I necessarily looked terrible in hats. I think I just don't like the image that I was portraying when I was wearing them. Now, I think I had one of the most meaningful conversations with my dad shortly after my freshman year of college, when he sat down with me and explained to me that I don't want to look like a badass. I don't know why, but for some reason this advice rang through to me, and I immediately removed the earrings, got rid of the flat brim hat, cut my hair shorter, even though it's grown out now. But then came Wednesday of this week. Wednesday of this week, I was set to be on a construction site to receive a few large aquariums for the massive tank install I'm doing later this year. That morning I was getting dressed, and I can't believe this, but I was stumped on what to wear to a construction site. Now you would think that this would be fairly straightforward. However, I'm trying to represent a business owner as well as somebody who is there to work. So I had no idea what to wear to this construction site, but I did know that I was going to end up in a hat again. And there's nothing more embarrassing than being the guy on the construction site with the cleanest helmet. And Jay, so I realized that I took up the majority of this video in response to your video from yesterday, or at least along that theme. So today, instead of me asking you a question of the day, I'm going to invite those people eavesdropping on this conversation to ask you a question for tomorrow. So instead of you responding to my question of the day, you can respond to one of theirs. So if you guys would just leave those questions in the comments below, try to think of something really embarrassing to ask Jonathan about, because he promised me he would respond to these. And Jay, that's all I've got for you today, man. I'll see you tomorrow.